This video that you're watching right now has been edited by Claude Code from start to finish. Generic B-roll, Claude hates it. My shorts, also edited by Claude, like this one and this. The world behind me generated. Watch it happen like this. Rough audio, it sometimes happens with my AirPods, boosted with a free tool. And through it all, my face stays real, camera pixels, every frame. If you run a business and you record videos, or you keep meaning to start, but it hasn't happened because editing takes so much time, you don't have time to run your business and edit both. Like I don't. If editing your videos stops you, stay till the end. I'll walk you through the setup, the cost, the tools on screen, including, as a bonus, the generation that did break my face. I'll show you the receipts. Let's go. This particular short, just one of the many that were cut from the video by Claude. Claude is the AI assistant that I use that I'll walk you through. This kind of video can be a teaser for your paid community, can be a teaser for your paid course, could be a video that you embed on your website. And of course, and the main reason I was making these was for the social channels, to place them on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, so that I could use them to draw traffic to my website. I set up a whole system where Claude calls into Higgsfield and generates certain things with my permission in Higgsfield. The write-up of what I'm discussing, including the prompts, is in my newsletter on marketcraftinstitute.com. So this little guy I generated under $2. I generated 3 different icons, 3 different mascots. This one has little hands that he's typing with. The new costs that I introduced to my stack were the Higgsfield cost. The Higgsfield plan that I bought was a $60 plan. It's actually priced at $30 on the first month. A $60 plan for 1,200 credits. With this much credits, you can generate about 20 of them. Claude, I'm already paying for. So the $100 subscription per month that I pay for Claude is incurred in any scenario. And editing videos is a bonus because I never run out of credits. And we're also using, Claude and B are also using a bunch of local tools, free tools that I installed. FFmpeg, Whisper, background removals, matting, the face, the lighting, etc. I'm really repurposing the footage that is raw footage recorded on my computer with the help of a Descript, where I am oftentimes either recording myself just on camera or recording myself as well as recording my screen at the same time. And if you don't want to do this yourself, you can use Higgsfield and a bunch of free tools to have your Claude generate these verticals. So here's an example of how Claude was able to remove my background and create this beautiful, sophisticated office background, and also dress me in a dress-up business suit. It took one generation. We had to generate a still picture and then animate it through Higgsfield. It took 3 credits to create a still. And the very first take landed beautifully. The total was 52 credits video. And then as I cut the shorts out of them, I created one plate that was a maze, and it was just an idea. You can create different animations. Higgsfield has a blog with so many amazing animations that you might decide to copy. So I just did whatever came to mind at that point so that I could illustrate for this video. So I created one still plate of a maze in a form of a question, and then flooding the maze, as you can see in the middle here, with water and covering it up all the way until it turns into a blue lagoon. And then that image, that animation, is on a loop inserted by Claude behind my talking head in this video. So you'll be able to see here, the animation is repeated on a loop behind me, essentially. So once you paid for the animation, you're done with that if you want to keep reusing it for the video series of sorts. This particular short happens to be 55-second short, and loop just keeps going on. Now, 60% of what I spent altogether, 49%, was wasted in the sense that it was never published. And the reason that I had to do this is because it was my first time. I was going through the setup and I was iterating with Claude. You see, Claude is not happy about this. And I was iterating, figuring out whether or not I want to use certain elements, whether or not the lighting was good and whatnot. And I learned that what I really should do is, one, I should ask Claude to price things first. And secondly, once Claude knows and can record the rule about this, I have Claude usually tell me what I should and should not be doing. So the same shot, when you are iterating, could take you between 21 and 126 credits. So that's 10x. And the reason that is because when you're using the faster mode, you are spending less credits. And it's just a quick mode that the model is spending less compute power per frame. And then the pixels number is really how sharp is the image, how many rows of pixels were built for it. And in my case, I'm producing shorts, and the shorts are usually displayed on a smaller mobile phone. So it doesn't really matter that I'm using faster, smaller costing frames. So now Claude and I have a system we can reuse under $2 per short. We're able to generate videos, cut out, and they don't have to have this background. I just happened to be experimenting with the Higgsfield effects, special effects. Now, here's another interesting thing. Nano Banana and Flux both did not work well at all. I had to throw them away. So I threw away those other takes, and this is what landed. I specified to use C-Dream model, and the face came through a little weird, a little dark, and the eyes weren't always open. AI is able to open your eyes a little bit. So here, doesn't look necessarily like me. Animation maybe generates a little bit of visual interest, but it really doesn't have to be. My room is good enough as well. Claude was going through with Higgsfield. It generated this plant that was behind me in the room, as you might remember, this plant here. It kind of attached it to my head. So we had to cut it, and then it was cutting it back and forth. I had to tell Claude, because Claude cannot see. It doesn't see like we do with eyes. It only understands the outline of the graphics. It did take a few iterations. Mostly it was automatic, but in some cases, as I was approving what Claude was generating, I had to ask it to do some things. So I spent about $18.53 of the $60 that I paid to Higgsfield. Most of it went to iterate, to try to understand what kind of effects I can produce, whether or not Higgsfield is able to do what I'm asking it to do. Claude, so the whole mascot look-alike with the two clips of it typing on computer and its head on fire was $225. The takes that I ended up never using, including the models or the person that had generated that didn't look like me, was some woman that I've never seen. So all of these were $8. And in the end, what I've created is a system so that I can produce the next short. I feed my raw horizontal file to Claude. Claude works with Higgsfield, and I produce the next short at under $2 per short. It'll build plates. It'll reuse the pre-built plates. It'll do scripts, prompts, and I should be able to get about 20 shorts for the 1200 plan. And so far, I've made 11 finished clips from the calls I recorded anyway. That's the pipeline. If you are generating videos and you create enough footage weekly or monthly, or you need some video, you can actually speak to your phone for an hour about your business, about the things that you think are important. Talk to your prospective clients, your prospective audience. You can do all this and then feed that video to your Claude, get the Higgsfield credit, and have it cut into the most interesting 12, 50, 60-second clips that you can post across many different platforms and reuse the video this way. Again, I'll put all the prompts in marketcraftinstitute.com. I encourage you to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as to my newsletter where you can find all the prompts.